Welcome to LSU's Tiger Stadium after dark, an environment unlike any other in sports. Very intimidating for visitors. As they say, this is where visitors' dreams come to die. This is not your normal matchup. A battle of top 5 teams, 2 forces colliding here near the end of the season. Cannot wait for this one. Big playoff implications. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get to this game going. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Returner decides to fair catch this. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
They'll try to run for the first down. Brought down, but is past the line to gain. Longhorns come up to the line to crank the tempo up here.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get them to 3rd down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
It's a quick grab. He's found some room at the 45. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a 1st and goal. The defense better regroup after that big gainer. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
A pretty good push up front here by this offensive line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. And the crowd really making some noise now, trying to help out this defense to get the fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. And they'll set up now for the extra point try. PAT makes it 7-0. Now they get set to kick it away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? The shotgun handoff here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time, and now 3rd down coming up. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. And he's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. Not much on the return, but the defense comes up with a takeaway.
It's 3rd and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring on.
fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. In the clear at the 25. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Finally brought down after an explosive play for this offense. Big game.
And this guy is as fast as there is in college football, and it's so much fun to watch him when he gets out in space with room to go. And you just know the home crowd is loving this.
Tackle made at the 21. This offense in great scoring position now.
Chris, it feels good to see an LSU team be able to run the football when you know they're going to run. I mean, they've been doing that forever, going all the way back to like Jacob Hester and Kevin Falk. His ability to run the ball and catch out of the backfield, Leonard Fournette, and, of course, Clyde Edwards-Helaire on that great 2019 team. And now, LSU stable of backs again on this roster, too.
LSU has moved into the red zone. From the shotgun, an inside handoff. He's got room looking for the end zone. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU. Here comes the point after attempt. With the extra point, they're down 14-7 now. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Offense takes the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. He's running out of time here. Just throws it away, but takes a big hit in the process.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, but he better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws his football, and it falls incomplete.
Now it's second down here. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. So it's third and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. Dropping back. It's Manning. Running out of time in the pocket. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure worked. The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. We'll see what he can do with the return. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. Finally forced out of bounds, but a solid return that time. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Well, this defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense to another third down. Now you pressure that quarterback and try to build on the lead.
The defense wraps him up quickly. Got about 5 yards of the completion, but now it's fourth down.
On third downs like this, you can only allow completions in front of you as long as you can protect the sticks. And that's what the defense did here. They knew where the sticks were, and they were able to make the tackle short of the line.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Texas 14, LSU 7.
The ball near midfield. The offense going to go for it on fourth down. To throw, it's Collins. Looking for his back. A fourth down completion to the running back. They make the tackle, but he easily gets first down yardage, and the drive keeps going.
Boy, the defense had everybody accounted for except the running back. You can really feel the quarterback having to work through his progressions. He came off his prime.
Got space looking for the end zone here. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And they'll set up for the PAT. And it's good. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. This one will be fair caught. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive? That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that previous play. From the shotgun, drops back. The pocket breaking down. And a sophomore making an impact play. Longhorns looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Looking to throw it on third and very long. He's looking deep here. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Breaks into the clear right down the middle. End zone ahead. He could not stop it. He's in. Touchdown, Texas.
Such a well-designed play here by this offense to find a way to get the ball to the gifted tight end. He's got the size, he's got the speed, he's a difficult matchup, and here he shows he's got the speed to take it all the way into the end zone for that touchdown.
And the return starts just inside the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn on the early going here. Both offenses scoring touchdowns the last possession. Here's the second down play. From the shotgun, handoff inside. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense some fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Here's the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle made after a big gain.
Boy, there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than to give up a first down on a big run like that on third down. You've got them where you want them, probably thinking that they're going to throw the ball. Instead, they run it and gash you for a huge gain on the ground.
Second down coming up.
Important second down play coming up. Looking to pass this time. And the junior gets home, making a sack there.
Well, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands, but the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
They stop him for a 2-yard gain, which will bring up 4th down.
Facing 4th down.
And here comes the punter onto the field.
In punt formation to kick it away.
He'll call for the fair catch here. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one. We've reached the 2-minute warning. We'll have to see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. It went backwards on first down, so 2nd and long from the 24. The back's got it. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
A tough situation for the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Defense is coming after him. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down. Longhorns will bring their punt team onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. No fair catch. Looking to make a return here. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
They're going to run it. Breaks loose at the 40. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers. And don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's Exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
It's 3rd down for the offense. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now 4th down. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. They've already converted once on 4th down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2. Dropping back. It's Collins. He's got it. Enough for a first down. And bulldozing his way through. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Strong game by this quarterback.
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read, puts the ball where his man can make a play on it, and they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
And the extra point was up and good. The PAT ties the game here in the 2nd quarter now. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Bringing it out, it's Gibson. Tackled at the 12. Coach wishes he'd left that one in the end zone. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He'll take a deep shot. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns. Now the important point after attempt. PAT puts him in front by 7. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. They're barely able to stop him after a huge gain. They saved a touchdown in that final tackle as time runs out in the first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. I believe they're going to line up here to go for the onside kick. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. They get the second half started with a running play. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Trying to find some room. It's Jackson. Breaking free at the 35. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
Talking about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the run.
Touchdown, LSU. Still no answer for this offensive machine. They're setting out to try the PAT. He knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the third period. There's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. And the returner elects to fair catch. Takes the field. This offense scorched the defense with a lightning strike, a one-play touchdown in the last possession. Let's see if they can duplicate that magic here. Trying to extend the play. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
Second down play coming up. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, and no offense is ever...
Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
Well, LSU for years has played a one-gap defense that loves to pin their ears and get upfield. It's a risky defense, and it requires great athleticism on the defensive line, something that they've had forever. Great sack here to keep that tradition alive. But you think back over the years, Booger McFarland and Marcus Spears and Glenn Dorsey and off the edge, Kiki Mingo. Just so many great LSU defensive linemen that can get after that quarterback.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense. The Longhorns will come to the line to run the hurry up. Trying for a fourth down completion. And he's going to float this one to the right side. They can't connect. It's a costly turnover on downs.
Well, I think they're going to end up regretting going for this one, Chris. I wouldn't have gone for it. What's wrong with punting it away? And again, I get being aggressive, but you got to be smart on when to go for it and when to punt.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. The back just had no chance there. The defense is all over the draw play to stop him behind the line.
Yeah, I don't know if they were tipped off or what, but they weren't fooled at all. You could tell the defense was dialed in, knew exactly what was coming, and made the tackle. Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
They don't want to waste this good field position, but it's third down and long. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Receiver makes the grab. Defense able to stop him. It's fourth down now.
This is what you love to see, right? Quarterback does a nice job of looking and finding his open receiver, and he waits to the last possible second. In fact, Chris, he gets hit as he gets that ball out of his hands. So good job of showing some strength and a good job of throwing with accuracy as he's taking that hit.
He's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
Hands off to the left. Throws a stiff arm. They'll tackle him at the 27.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
The defense all over. They stop him right at the line.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Offense looking to convert on third and short from the 27. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Quick throw to the left. but they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Going for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th. Longhorns come to the line in a hurry-up. 4th down. He's throwing for it. And now another deep ball here. The pass is intercepted. Look out, he's got some space. Inside the 40. Tackled after the takeaway, and that will end this quarter. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Here comes a handoff. Tackle made at the 24-yard line. This offense really threatening now. And that run, good for first down yardage. The drive moves on.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
1st and goal. The offense with an opportunity for a go-ahead score here in the final minutes. Gives it to the back. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. Coming up, 2nd down and goal. Looking to score with a run to the right. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Nice job by this defense on that 2nd down, so we now have 3rd down and goal. The offense could be thinking about 4-down situation. They need to put the ball into the end zone. They don't want to settle for a field goal here.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. Ball carrier running through tackles. They stop him after a 4-yard gain, and it brings up a 4th down.
Well, here we are now on 4th down, Chris. And at this point in the game, a field goal gives you the lead. I don't think you roll the dice. I think you kick the field goal, you take the lead, and then you rely on your defense to be able to win this game.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Back to pass. It's Collins. And it's incomplete as the defense gets a big 4th down stop.
Chris, the design of this play is perfect. Everything you want to see, the quarterback puts the ball on the money. The ball's right in his arms. All he has to do is catch it for a touchdown, and he drops it on 4th down.
Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. They'll try to throw it again, backed up on 3rd and long. Oh, it's intercepted. A critical late mistake here. He's got some room and some blockers here. He'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Oh, Chris, you're in the 4th quarter. It's a tie game, and you throw an interception. Oh, my goodness. I know it's obvious, but you just got to take care of the football. It's that simple. Now their opportunity to take the lead is lost, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
They'll run it here. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop it.
Positive yards at this point in the game are always important, especially now that you're starting to get well within the range of a field goal to take the lead. But if I'm this offensive coordinator and quarterback, I'm thinking about a touchdown here late in the game.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. One man to the backfield, and he'll get the football. Got a lane. Can he get in? Touchdown, Tigers. And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
What a thing of beauty by this offense to put that go-ahead score up on the board. The quarterback played with tremendous composure when the game was on the line. Now we'll see if his own defense can hold on to this lead.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And here's the fair catch by the return man. The Longhorns offense takes the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Close to the tight end. He makes the grab. And that big gain moves the ball across midfield all the way to about the 36. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. Back to pass. It's Manning. Extending the play now. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is going to get after him. They get upfield. They have a great pass rush. What do they create? Space and running lanes. And he takes off and picks up some nice yards.
He's brought down at the 25-yard line. Brings up second down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Looking for his big tight end. He's got it right near the end zone. And they stop him just short, but the defense really backed up now. It's first and goal. Longhorns come to the line to run the hurry up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Caught near the sticks. It's Butler. He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. And now a crucial PAT attempt. And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Your worst case scenario, you go to overtime. But can they make something happen here? Try to win it in regulation. Let's see. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Let's crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. Second down. Handoff running right. Fights off a defender. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
That run sets up an important third down call for this offense. Can he get there on the ground? Take it down, but not before he makes the first down. The offense spends a timeout here. There are 16 seconds remaining.
Chris, how about that by this running back? Got behind his pads in that big offensive line, able to pick up that first down. He just kept pushing through that line until he got to the mark.
And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain. And a timeout is called here. 10 seconds remaining on the clock.
Timeout, LSU.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll change the pre-snap look now. To the air, it's Collins. He cannot escape the defense with a sack. And a late timeout taken, just 4 seconds on the clock.
Timeout, Texas.
That sack makes it third down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. And it's incomplete as time runs out of regulation. We are headed to overtime.
All time.
So 1st and 10, our first play of overtime. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. The gain is 3 yards, brings up a second down and 7.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here, keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
They look to throw it here on second down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
But I love how this defensive coordinator knows how to get after this quarterback. This guy is dangerous when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator understands that. That's why he's trying to hurry up the process. They get pressure on him here, actually hit him as he's throwing this football.
So the offense will set up 1st and goal here in this first overtime. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. The Longhorns looking to crank up the tempo a bit. On 2nd and goal, but give it to him again. He takes it into the end zone, but a marker is down, so hold on here. Of course, they'll decline the offsides penalty, and the touchdown will stand. And now the extra point to make this a 7-point game in overtime. PAT makes it a 7-point lead.
That makes the score. Texas 42, LSU 35.
So pressure on this offense here in overtime. They must score a touchdown to stay alive. Looking for a gap. It's Jackson. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. So pressure on this offense. They must answer with a touchdown to stay in this game. Quarterback making some changes at the line. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Looks to the left, and it's complete. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. And now a decision. Do you kick the PAT or go for 2 and the win? And now for the crucial extra point to tie this up and force a second overtime. Point after, knocked right through. So 1 overtime, not enough to decide this one. Here comes the first play of double OT. Handoff from the shotgun. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
I like that you trust your running back and you're still trying to run the football. You got to be careful. You get into overtime, this defense is thinking not just stop this runner, but try to rip that ball out as well.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Got space, looking to score. And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here. So the offense has a 1st and goal now here in the second overtime. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. 2nd and goal for the offense. Here's a run to the left, looking for the touchdown. In for a touchdown to claim the lead in double overtime. And now a 2-point try coming up.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for a running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
So they score the touchdown. Now by rule, they must go for 2 here in second overtime. Back to throw. It's Collins. And he's in there. The conversion is good. Great execution, and it pushes the lead to 8. So pressure on this offense here in overtime. They must score a touchdown to stay alive. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And he's in for a touchdown. But still work to do. They need a 2-point conversion to force a third overtime.
Well, the offense has done its job here coming up with this touchdown, and that's a great job. And as you know now, Chris, down by 2, they've got to hit this 2-pointer to be able to tie this game up and send it to a third overtime.
And he gets in there to tie the game again and set up a third overtime. Basically dueling 2-point tries from here on out. Okay, so now we've got dueling 2-point conversions from here on out to decide this game. Enormous pressure on every snap. And the quarterback dropping back. No, he is stopped short. They cannot execute the crucial 2-point play. So the defense does the job, and now this offense comes out for a 2-point try to win the game right here. And he gets in there to win the game. An overtime classic. Wow. In these overtime games, Kirk, it just comes down to execution in the moment. Who can make one more big play? They did it. They come up with a signature W.
Yeah, you're right, Chris. I think this likely will end up being one of the best games, not only for them, but maybe in all of college football for the season. To me, it felt like an instant classic and one that fans should remember for a long time.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.